Off. All right, good evening, and welcome to this edition of the GAC Weekly. I'm Joey McWilliams, joined tonight by James Hill. Now, we are streaming live here on MidwestSports.net, part of the GAC broadcast. It's GAC Weekly tonight, again, from baseball. Now, we wanted to do this at softball, did not get the opportunity because the weather was just too bad while I was over there. In the meantime, I've made my way to Enid, and I get to visit with James Hill. James, we're in weather delay right now, so if you're watching us here right now on YouTube Live, we're in weather delay of Game 6 overall, Game 3 of the day. Oklahoma Baptist on top of Arkansas Tech in the fourth inning, 4-1 the score. James, we've had some fun games here in Enid so far. Talk us through it. The first game was a wild one. The second game, even more wild. And we have a fun one here in the third one. First game, though, it was Harding over Southern Arkansas, 8-6 the final. And for the first time in GAC tournament history, in Enid anyway, Southern Arkansas went home after two games.
It was stunning. You know, this is a five-time champion, and they have I'm surprised they haven't named the field after Southern Arkansas's baseball team, just how dominant they've been in Enid. And Harding comes out and is able to get a big inning, and they're able to knock off Southern Arkansas and send them home 0-2 on the day. They had lost the day before to Oklahoma Baptist, and really tip of the cap to Harding. They had fallen behind early on, but were able to put together a comeback and come away with a win, and really was a tremendous contest as they held on for the 8-6 win, getting some good pitching performances. You had McCall get the start and really battle, because he didn't get off to the best start, falling behind 2-0, but it was a big 3-run third inning and then a 4-run sixth inning that really catapulted Harding ahead, and they were able to hand it off to their stud reliever in Yakel, who was able to put it away.
So we get from game one. So Harding now will be playing tomorrow. That is a Monday game, 3:30, right here at Enid at David Allen Memorial Ballpark. Then we go to game two of the day. It ends as wild as it was all game long. Wound up being Monticello, the top seed in the tournament, taking down Southwestern Oklahoma State. 9-8 was the final. Monticello got up early with one of the great calls of the week, the home run parade in the second inning.
It turned into a home run derby, it seemed like, something I've never seen in person, back-to-back home runs in one inning. Which ended up being a 6-run inning for Arkansas-Monticello to take a 6-1 lead. They actually hit 4 home runs in that inning, to be exact. It was just such a power surge for the Weevils and really impressive. And so it gets to be a 7-1 game after the third inning, and you're kind of thinking, all right, number one team in the GAC, they're kind of in cruise control. No, sir. SWOSU battles and gets it to 1 run and keeps clawing and fighting. Arkansas-Monticello finds a way to extend the lead, gets it to 8-6, but SWOSU just battles, and finally, in the 9th inning, with 2 outs and nobody on, they load the bases up and are able to finally tie the game at 8, but only for Monticello, the number one team in the GAC, heart of a champion, as we were saying during the broadcast. They still find a way, despite 6 errors in the contest and 9 walks in the contest. They find a way to get a 9-8 victory. And unfortunately for SWOSU, sends them home, and that was just an unbelievable game. It ends up being a walk-off wild pitch to end that one.
That was the key. As Monticello loaded the bases, I mean, it was a tough situation for Southwestern to be in. But a walk-off wild pitch, you don't make that call all the time, do you?
No, and I won't even lie, it's not my favorite one, because you have the momentum built, no outs, bases loaded, you're waiting for that big hit, that big moment, and unfortunately ends up being a walk-off wild pitch. But that's okay. It's a big win for Monticello, and they move forward, and they kind of take the momentum. And we were talking about, I think especially if you're an Arkansas-Monticello fan or an Oklahoma Baptist fan, seeing Southern Arkansas take that early exit, I think takes a lot of pressure off those two teams' shoulders. And that moved us into Game 3, where we're in a 4-1 game. And we've seen power, we've seen pitching, we've seen a little bit of everything so far between Tech and Oklahoma Baptist.
I agree. And you know what? For what you were talking about, Southern Arkansas, not to take anything away from what the Mule Riders done. As a matter of fact, it's a testament to what the Mule Riders have done. In Enid specifically, in the Great American Conference Tournament, as 5-time tournament champions, it really opens things up. I mean, everyone else, your eyes get a little wider and think, hey, we have even more of a chance without Southern Arkansas here. And no one team's going to say, hey, listen, we think we have a better chance to win it. but history would say you have a better chance to win it. And that's just the way it works out. So tonight's ball game, if we come back tonight, if we play again tomorrow, as the case may be, because we're in lightning delay right now, and we may be back tomorrow morning. Start time, I think, would be 10 p.m. tonight if we get back. But if we come back tomorrow morning, Oklahoma Baptist putting on a show here, and it is the pitching that really is the key. Now, Oklahoma Baptist with a 4-1 lead, pretty solid bats, but it's the pitching right now.
Yeah, you've seen it from Lipinski, who has 6 strikeouts, had 6 strikeouts in the first 2 innings, and was just absolutely electric. His fastball was pretty much unhittable for 2 innings. Arkansas Tech's kind of settled in a little bit, but Oklahoma Baptist, I got to see Oklahoma Baptist the last weekend of the season in Bethany, and I've seen them into this weekend, and they've won 10 in a row, and you can see why. I cannot be more impressed with the team coming into this tournament. The bats they have, their numbers are staggering. You know that coming in, but it seems like now the pitching has kind of come around a little bit. That makes this Bison team really, really dangerous.
Well, that's where we are now. So Southern Arkansas and Southwestern have already gone home. We have 4 teams that remain in the GAC Conference Tournament. Of course, Oklahoma Baptist, Arkansas Tech in the winner's bracket. Now, Harding plays again tomorrow, as does Monticello. Monticello also with 2 wins on the weekend. Now, this is your final day here. My first day here, I came over from Bentonville, a little side trip in between to watch a daughter graduate in Oklahoma City, and got to make it over here. But shout out really quickly to the folks in Bentonville. We didn't get to do a GAC Weekly there because of the weather. Arkansas Tech defends its tournament championship today with a 5-1 victory over Southeastern Oklahoma State.
Yeah, what a great job by Arkansas Tech. I mean, you talk about hot teams. There can't be a hotter one in maybe any sport, any team in the nation than Arkansas Tech, what they've been able to do throughout the season. After starting a little bit rough, they have done such an incredible job, and it's a testament to their coaching staff, to the players, to finish the season out, get another GAC championship, become the first team in GAC softball history to go back-to-back. What an accomplishment, and they are going to be a very, very dangerous team in the regional with all the momentum they have carried over from all the way back in March. Just a testament to that squad.
Yeah, this is now 16 consecutive wins for the Golden Suns. A shout out really quickly to Coach Christina McSweeney. We didn't get to visit this year on the GAC Weekly, so we're going to have to make sure that happens. But 16 straight wins. They were number 4 in the Central region coming in. That's not going to go down any. It may even go up, so we'll see where they are seated. But the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament, definite now for Arkansas Tech. James, your first experience in Enid. Talk about the ballpark really quickly as we start to wind things up here on this GAC Weekly.
It was great. It was such a great experience. I appreciate the GAC and Eric Moyer just inviting me up to help out with everybody kind of scattered all around, especially with softball kind of getting a little crazy with their weather issues. You know, I got my play-by-play announcer from Southern Nazarene, Luke McConnell, got to come up as well, and we both got to experience it for the first time. First of all, beautiful ballpark. Just a great place to watch a baseball game. It still has that kind of small, secluded feel to it, but it's just such a minor league style, ballpark. It's really nicely done. The brick, maybe a little dangerous. You don't want to run into it, but I think the brick wall in left field is really just a nice touch, and it's been great to watch. I've always been, from my past days and conferences, I've always loved kind of the 6-team format. I think it's always a perfect mix, especially when you have 12 teams in it. And it's been fun just to come and watch some really good baseball teams get together and see some really good baseball for a couple of days. I won't be able to see the rest of the tournament, but we're going to head over to Muskogee and see a little bit of postseason golf and see what that's looking like for the GAC on Monday. But, there's just some really good baseball in this conference, and it's going to be interesting to see from your Arkansas-Monticellos to your Techs to your OBUs, and then somebody like a Harding who has a lot of momentum after their win today. It's going to be fun to see how these last 2 days play out.
All right, this is the GAC Weekly. We are streaming live on YouTube right now, so thanks for watching us if you're watching us live, and be sure and check this out and continue to subscribe to MidwestSports.net. We'll be back from Enid maybe tonight, but more likely tomorrow. So for James Hill, and thank you, James Hill, for being with me this evening, I'm Joey McWilliams. Thanks for watching the GAC Weekly. The GAC Weekly is presented by the Great American Conference. To see and hear this and more about the GAC and other high school and college sports, please visit oklahomasports.net and arkansassports.net.